Okay, so, my name's Ryan. I'm 31. I live outside Asheville, North Carolina. I need to tell you about this job I took back in 2021. I still don't really know what to make of it. I was between jobs at the time, just picking up whatever gig work I could find. And a friend sent me this listing. House sitting. Overnight. 2 weeks. The pay was insane, honestly. $300 a night. Cash. All I had to do was be there, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., keep the downstairs lights on so the place looked lived in. I didn't even have to stay awake the whole time. Just be there. I needed the money. So I said yes. The house itself, it was beautiful. Old Victorian. 2 stories, out on the edge of town. Trees all around it. The kind of place that's worth more than I'll make in 10 years, probably. A woman named Patricia let me in the first night. She worked for the property management company, not the owners themselves. She walked me through fast. Kitchen, living room, upstairs bedrooms. She said don't go in those. And a locked door in the basement. Said it was just a crawl space, not part of the tour. She left me a key, a number to call if anything came up, and then she said something that, at the time, I just laughed off. Whatever you hear at night, don't go looking for the source. Just call me in the morning and tell me about it. Old houses creak, right? That's what I told myself. I'd house sat before. This was nothing new. For the first few nights, nothing. Just normal old house sounds, pipes ticking, floors settling. I got comfortable fast. Brought my laptop, watched some shows, fell asleep on the couch most nights, no problem. Then the 5th night happened. I heard footsteps, upstairs, right above the living room, right above where I was sitting. Slow, deliberate, walking from one end of the hallway to the other. I froze, waited for them to stop. They didn't stop. 20 minutes, back and forth, back and forth. I remembered what Patricia said, so I didn't go up, I just sat there, phone in my hand. Not even sure who I'd call or what I'd say. Until finally, around 2 a.m., it just faded out. Next morning, I called her. Okay, thank you for telling me. Try to stay downstairs tonight. That's it. That's all she said. Then she hung up before I could ask anything else. Over the next few nights, the footsteps kept happening. Every night, almost. Always after midnight. Always in that hallway. And I started noticing something. They always paused, right outside one door. Second from the end. The one she told me not to go into. Then the 9th night, something new. Along with the footsteps and a voice, a kid's voice, faint, upstairs. Saying, I don't know, a name maybe? I couldn't make it out. Not crying, not scared, almost playful. Like a kid calling out during hide and seek. I don't have kids. As far as I knew, no kid lived in that house. I called Patricia again, and this time, her voice was different. Softer, almost sorry. She told me the house used to belong to a family, with a young son, and the boy died there, years before the current owners bought the place. An accident, she said, on the stairs. She wouldn't say more than that. Said the owners knew the history when they bought it, got the place for less because of it. Said tenants were never supposed to be told, to avoid, quote, unnecessary imagination filling in gaps. I asked her why she was telling me now. She said I deserved to know. Said if I wanted to quit, she'd understand, and still pay me for the nights I'd already done. I should have quit, I didn't. 5 nights left on the contract, and I needed that money more than I wanted to admit. The 11th night is the one that changed everything. I'd fallen asleep on the couch, around 1 a.m. Woke up to silence. Total silence. No footsteps, no voice, nothing. For a second I thought, maybe it's over. Then I noticed the cold. The room had gone freezing. I could see my breath. And at the bottom of the stairs, right at the edge of the lamplight, there was a shape. Small. Not really clear enough to call it a figure. Just a shadow, darker than the shadows around it. About the height of a kid. It didn't move toward me. It just stood there, facing me. I don't even remember deciding to talk. I just heard myself say, "Quiet. You can go back upstairs. It's okay." I don't know where that came from, but the cold started fading, and the shape, it was gone. I didn't sleep the rest of that night. Every light downstairs on until sunrise. I finished the contract. 3 more nights. Nothing that intense happened again. The footsteps kept going most nights. But I wasn't scared of them the same way anymore. It started to feel less like something dangerous, and more like something sad. Something waiting. Last night, before Patricia came to get the keys, I did something I probably shouldn't have. I stood right at the bottom of those stairs, same spot, and I said out loud, "I hope you find whoever you're looking for." I don't know why I said it. It just felt right. Didn't hear anything else that night. I never took another job from that company. Never went back to that house. But a year later, I looked the address up. Old local news archive. Found a short article. Over a decade old. A young boy died falling down a staircase in that house. Ruled an accident. One line in the article mentioned he'd been playing a game with his older sibling when it happened. Hide and seek. I think about that name I could never quite make out. Called into an empty hallway. More than I'd like to admit. Sometimes, late at night, in my own house now. I swear I still hear it, just for a second. And every time, I find myself wondering if he's still looking.